your test isn't correctly identifying your need, all the plan in the world doesn't matter, because your plan is maybe working on something you do or don't need, all right? And so I took a step back and realized when I was looking at test results, this was a coaching perception, there were athletes that were getting good scores that I knew sucked at changing direction. There were athletes that were getting scores in the top, not the best, they weren't getting the very top score, but they were in the upper quartile, which to me, I split things in thirds or quartiles, which are like a red light, green light system. So red, you're really bad, green, you're tolerable, and then all the way down. And I went, this doesn't make sense. I know this athlete can't stop. They couldn't stop if their life depended on it. If I had them run, if I had a real change of direction test, it'd be like, you have to run as fast as you can to the edge of that mountain and then stop on a dime. You do or you don't, right? Well, I had those athletes that would have fallen off the cliff like a lemming, but they were in the top quartile, and I just went, well, that means my test must be stuffed. And my analogy to that is, all right, in a lot of these tests, it's like this. If I said my athlete ran on this random jaunt through the neighborhood, and the total time they took to run that was 5 minutes, 45 seconds, I even went down to 36/100ths of a second. If that represented, because there was a 10-meter split right here, that you ran in a straight line for 10 meters, if I told you your ability to run 10 meters was represented by that 5 minutes and 45 seconds because somewhere in that entire thing you happen to run a 10-meter split, that's what I feel about most change of direction tests. Because I went on the internet and I did that thing where you just Googled agility test. Actually, I did agility test because I know people still call it change of direction test agility test. It doesn't matter. Agility test. And then I just started copying and pasting this, so I know this is illegal, so it's copyright, but I just pasted them all up here. And they're like my map, honestly. I'm going to go for a jaunt. There happened to be 1 or 2 or 8 changes of direction in there. That total time we take to do that, that's how good you change direction. But all of us in here agree that that amazing cut, that moment that defines what we say is a good change of direction, that does happen somewhere in there, maybe